Ben Choi, or Space Meat here, with build log number 3 in my Athlon build. So, I guess to continue off last week, I worked on the forearms, and I finally, because I'm sure you saw last time, I just kind of had it in that clamshell configuration, but I couldn't really figure out exactly how to close it yet, because the original plan was to have snaps on my arms, and so at this, the individual pieces I could just snap in like that, but I decided, at least for now, to also put additional snaps here on this side. So I guess it's easier if I show it the camera here like that. So when I close it, it's just going to, let me see here, there you go, there, just lock and be ready. So I'm still kind of working on putting it on relatively quickly. I'm not sure, let's see which arm, this is left arm. I'm not sure I can actually do it really fast, but let's see here. So I'm supposed to just open it up, stick my arm in, and then, oops, close it up. Well, I guess I need to lean on something here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there. Okay, so maybe that wasn't the fastest and most convenient, so maybe this is not as good as I want it to be. On the bright side, I can still do that. That's pretty convenient. So, yeah, at least it's easy to take off. So, there you go. But, I'll figure it out. I mean, at least I have options, so we'll see. But anyhow, that concludes the forearm. Let's see, after the forearm, I finally, recut my shoulder plate, and so you can see, old shoulder plate, new shoulder plate. Quite a size difference, right? And it fits much better now. So, this and the forearm, I actually put it on my arm, so you can see in the photo right there, it actually, I think it's better scaled now, closer to the original, so, I think we're in a good spot. Let's see, obviously still, you can see it's all covered in blue tape over there, so I'm still trying to work on the attachment methods right now, because you have this piece which kind of goes on your bicep, and it's actually got a duplicate that goes like on the back here. You never believe how awful it is to build, not 3, but 4 of these things. Intricate. These things are actually pretty time consuming because of all the little bits and insets, and it's just, yeah. Same thing about this. I mean, you can see all the little things that stick out, the crazy curves. This is all I've been doing all week. These things are actually pretty intricate. But, in any case, I have to figure out how this attaches, I think, to about, sticks in front like this, and obviously the other one goes on here like this. So, I'll show you here on my reach chest plate. You see that the top point is kind of very flexible and, moves with my arm because it's held on with nylon straps back here. So I'm going to try to attempt something similar because I want some kind of flexibility, because I checked in the game and it looks like in-game there's like a bar, like a curved bar that goes underneath and connects these two, and this thing sits on top of it. But, when I think about that, since these are pretty much fixed to my arm, that means this is fixed too. So, it's not, doesn't have enough room to move my shoulder if I move my shoulder, because I kind of want it to flex independently. So, like, if this is mounted here and I move my arm, you can see, well, you can see that the angle kind of changes like that. So, I'm probably going to use nylon strapping, similar to what you saw in the Reach one just now, and that this way I can just, if I just glue it right across here, there'll be just enough that it can twist a little, but I'm not sure that gives up the range of motion I want. So I may end up opting for a different configuration, maybe 2 straps, so just can pivot like that, or maybe a single one on a purse snap so it can move this way. But I don't want to give it too much motion, because then it'll just shift down, or something really retarded. I want to keep it at least in the same area. So I'm going to be working on that. You'll definitely see that in the next 2 to 3 weeks. In fact, everything you're probably going to see in the next 2 to 3 weeks, because I'm about a month from Comic-Con and I'm running out of time. Miserably, or really quickly. So, let's see. I guess on top of that, obviously, now that these are done, I'm going to move on to the chest plate, but I guess I'll talk about that in a bit. Let me see here. Still obviously gathering some files. It's like, oh my god, I don't have files. I realize I need finger plates, so I'm going to be looking for those as well. I've decided on my crotch, or codpiece, I see, Chernobyl 405th, from some images I took from the Master Chief Collection, decided to model the Mark 6 codpiece, which, because, the Athlon you saw in the game does not have anything, though I guess in the game I was wearing, I think, Mark 6 diaper or something like that. Well, in any case, I don't really like, freeballing it there, so I want something on my hips and something on the front, so I am going to build that, even though at this point it's turning my armor into this weird Halo 5 for Master Chief Collection hybrid, At the very least, I'm making all this modular, so when Halo 5 comes out and maybe I see something that I like that's, part of the game that's more, then I can replace it, because the whole goal is to swap parts out over time, because as you build, as I've learned, I don't like my parts, because every new part I build is better than the last one, and so I have a feeling, okay, this was a pain. Bad example, but I'm not sure if I'll ever replace these, but maybe I'll replace these one day. I'll probably replace the crotch, helmet. Basically, I'll be replacing a lot of these parts wholesale after the first build, because I'm sure I'm going to discover a lot of these things are not accurate. I mean, the chest plate I don't think is going to last more than a year, because it's not accurate, and I'll build something else in the future to replace it, maybe another Athlon, but anyhow, everything's supposed to be modular. That's what I'm trying to say. So, in any case, I'm going to build that. And then, what else was I going to do? Obviously, I have to get started on my helmet soon, actually, because I realize I have to go shopping for a visor, so I should have the helmet done so I can find visors that fit in there and test fit, how the visibility is, how light shines through, flash, blah, blah. So I will definitely, obviously, be starting that within the next 1 to 2 weeks. Everything's coming in the next 1 to 2 weeks, so I have to push really hard, which obviously goes to the chest plate. That is the next thing you're going to see me building. Chest plate. Actually, I'm curious if you guys like to respond how you would like to see me building the plate. I mean, I'm planning on doing a time lapse like I've done with all the other pieces, but I'm curious if at some point I should be putting on the head cam. Are there any particular points you want to see, like maybe the joints to how I'm going to connect the two or something, or maybe at the helmet? I'm not sure. I use the head cam for the hammer over there, and I'm trying to figure out, can I use it again without being highly repetitive, or do people just want to see that again? I don't know. You guys, let me know what you think. So I believe that concludes all of the build news and stuff. Oh, undersuit. That's also on its way, but I'll talk about that in a bit. For now, I'm going to give you the time-lapse of me building one of these shoulders and one of these. So here we go. Okay, so that finishes the time lapse. I guess I'm going to be getting started on the chest soon. I guess another news which I didn't cover, I have the undersuit. It's finally finished printing, so they sent me a photo of it. I think it's a little light, but honestly, I've got other pieces covering me. The reason I have that hex pattern on the undersuit is purely so it doesn't, when it shows through, it gives a little bit of texture to it and doesn't look all boring. So that's just a minor thing, but we'll see. Maybe in the end I'll also have to discard that too. This is so sad. Building all of these pieces, I'd like them to at least last a little bit longer. So, but that's what happens when you're trying out everything for the first time. So I have this hex pattern that I made by myself, so we'll see. Obviously I need to darken it up next time, I think. We'll find out when it gets here. You'll see in the next 1 to 2 videos. So, I guess that concludes, and see you in the next 1 to 2 videos.